Giving me an up-close and personal view.
I will call them from now on losers, because that's what they are. They're losers. Our society can have no tolerance for this continuation of bloodshed. We cannot stand a moment longer for the slaughter of innocent people.
Stern words from President Trump in reaction to the terrorist bombing, the suicide bombing that occurred in Manchester, England. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the JoAnne Powell Show. I am JoAnne. We're coming to you from the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.TV. It's been deemed Britain's worst terrorist attack in a decade. More than 20 people are dead and dozens are injured. ISIS is claiming responsibility for the attack. The attack occurred Monday night at the end of the Ariana Grande concert at Manchester Arena. What started out as a night of fun at this Ariana Grande concert at the Manchester Arena ended in chaos. Police say a suicide bomber detonated an explosive device as 21,000 concert goers were leaving the event. Many of the victims were children. Young fans frantically ran after hearing the bomb explode.
Oh my God. As soon as I heard the bang, I just decided to run. I just didn't know what to do.
All of a sudden, you heard a massive bang from the corner of people just running in different directions.
Grande tweeted hours after the attack, "Broken from the bottom of my heart. I am so sorry. I don't have words." Britain's Prime Minister and President Trump, who is traveling abroad, spoke out against the attack.
The people of Manchester and of this country have fallen victim to a callous terrorist attack. An attack that targeted some of the youngest people in our society with cold calculation. This was among the worst terrorist incidents we have ever experienced in the United Kingdom. And although it is not the first time Manchester has suffered in this way, it is the worst attack the city has experienced and the worst ever to hit the north of England. The cowardice of the attacker met the bravery of the emergency services and the people of Manchester. The attempt to divide us met countless acts of kindness that brought people closer together. And in the days ahead, those must be the things we remember.
We stand in absolute solidarity with the people of the United Kingdom. So many young, beautiful, innocent people living and enjoying their lives murdered by evil losers in life.
As you would imagine, this terror attack has people on edge around the world. Here in the U.S., they are beefing up security at public arenas and other locations that are considered to be soft targets. In Britain, they're considering it to be a critical terror alert at this point. Prime Minister Theresa May says that another terrorist attack is imminent. Nearly 1,000 troops have been deployed across the UK, showing support in terms of a military presence and a police presence to try and secure the areas and to make people feel calm. And they are looking at what happened. This was a lone suicide bomber, but he is looking like that he is connected to a larger terrorist network, and that is something that they are looking into. So far, there have been 5 people who've been arrested. The youngest victim in this attack was an 8-year-old girl. We do have some information on the suicide bomber. He is a 22-year-old. He was born in Manchester, England. He is of Libyan descent. His name is Solomon Abadi. And he was he went to the university but dropped out before he had a chance to complete his degree. As you can imagine, this terrorist attack has people on edge, those who are definitely that were at the venue and people around the world that are watching this. I have a couple of guests who are joining me now who are going to talk a little bit about the psychological impact when you have a terrorist attack like this, whether you are physically impacted by what happened or you are watching from another country or another city, but it does have an impact on you and it takes its toll on you. Joining me now, I'd like to welcome Dr. Cynthia Powell to our show, who's a psychologist, and seated next to her is Joyce Forrest, who is a social worker. Thank both of you for coming on the show.
Thank you once again for having me. I really appreciate being here. It's just awful that we have to come with yet again another terrorist topic.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about the impact of what something like this is going to have on people. You had most of the people at the concert were children. Ariana Grande is beloved by her fans that are usually the teens, tweens, and younger. So a lot of parents were there with their children. So it was supposed to have been a fun, memorable, concert with their, the person that they were excited to see, but it ended on a very traumatic note. How do they move forward, or how do people in general watching move forward from something this traumatic?
Well, let's just say they'll never forget this event. But people have different experiences, different takeaways. Obviously those that were not able to be taken away, those that were actually victimized the closest to the impact, and they did not sustain their life, their families are experiencing a certain type of victimization. Then we have those others that were involved in some of the injuries, so they have a different part of victimization as well, because some of them they did sustain their life, but some of them had to be airbagged or taken to emergency shelter so that they could receive emergency medical care. Mm-hmm. Then we have the other people that were actually witnessing all this going on at the same time. Those are the ones that will definitely this is just a classic case of really PTSD. Mm-hmm. They will actually be the ones that will be having the night terrors, nightmares, the major changes and differences in their day-to-day type operations. People even, like you were saying earlier, that are exposed to it via the media or the news, they will have psychological scars as well. But as I've said before when I've been on the air, don't let the terrorists change you. We are better and bigger than this.
Now, Joyce Forrest, you actually work with children who have been traumatized as a social worker. What are some of the things that they're going to probably experience, or what would you be your takeaway from this whole event?
For the children, it's important that the parents or the caregivers are able to help them process it, because they will experience the the trauma as if they were there. So if they're watching it, I encourage the parents or caregivers not to continuously let them watch it. And if they do watch it, they have to watch it with the children and experience it and explain it to them so that they can process it properly and be able to move on. And I agree with Dr. Powell in saying that you have to move on. You cannot let this overtake your life. You have to move on. The children have to move on. But it's important that they are able to process it and the parents are able to help them process it and not to continuously look at it.
Okay, we're going to have to take a quick break. We're going to continue the conversation when we come back. You are watching the JoAnne Powell Show.
If you are an adult that began college and has not finished your college degree, let me put it to you straight. If your lifestyle and your standard of living is not becoming to you, then you should be coming to us, Oakwood University Elite Program. We are the fast, flexible adult degree completion program for the busy adult. like you.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098. It's time to leap.
I'm JoAnne with the JoAnne Powell Show. You're watching the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM Hollywood.
Thanks to Oakwood University and the LEAP program, I have now a college degree. So to the Spanish-speaking members of this community who feel that the LEAP program is something you should consider, I would say, ánimo a la universidad. Considere el programa LEAP de Oakwood University.
Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.
Seize the Day Scuba for your best scuba experience above and below the sea. You'll find friendly staff, experienced PADI certified instructors, and state-of-the-art scuba equipment and gear. Join our dive club and we'll help you plan memorable scuba excursions. Immerse yourself. Seize the Day Scuba, serving Southern California. Call 949-220-0500 to create your scuba experience.
When I first started into the program, yes, I had doubts. I was really impressed with Oakwood University, with the faculty and the staff and the student body. It was a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who was thinking about going back and finishing their degree.
Register today. Go to oakwoodleap.com or call 256-726-7098.